Welcome. This is Dee with the Single Mom Unguided Life, where we talk about finances, motherhood, being single, and everything in between. Today's video is an in-between video, sort of, kind of. This is how I prepare for my weekly grocery shopping in order to stay within budget. I found that the vertex42.com template works best for my household. One reason is that I primarily shop largely every 2 weeks and I fill in between. So this has 2 columns that I can dedicate for 2 weeks of food, okay? As well as it has options where you can list the meals, and then it makes it easier for you to determine if you have the items for those meals in your home, and then you can write what you need below it. This list here is carried with me to the grocery store, and then when I'm done with it, I place it on my refrigerator so my son can see the meals that we'll be having for the week each day. Okay, so for me is that the best way for me to ensure that I'm preparing meals for my family that is not only nutritious but balanced, it does not take a lot of time because I don't have a lot of time. So I decided the best way to attack my time, sort of say, when it comes to cooking is to have themed meals days. Now, I plan for themed meal days for dinner only. I purchase items for breakfast and lunch and snacks, but my meals are planned because those are the ones that can be more time consuming. So Monday is usually Meatless Monday, and that means that we're not consuming a meat product for dinner. So I chose to do a vegetable sheet pan, and I just put over a bit of quinoa. Then on Tuesday is Tex-Mex inspired foods. So like enchiladas and tacos, burritos, etc. So I decided I'm just going to do a chicken burrito bowl. On Wednesday is Wrap Wednesdays. That's where I'm just literally using a wrap, like putting food in a wrap and eating that. Something simple. It's hump day. We in the middle of the work week. We exhausted, but we're not exhausted. It's just, at this point, that's what I'm choosing to do. So I'm going to make a buffalo chicken wrap, and we're just going to have chips with that. Then on Thursdays is usually our Asian inspired day. Either I'm making an Asian authentic dish like sesame chicken or sweet and sour chicken, and or I am actually just using Asian flavored. And from there, by the time it's dinner, it is like it's so good. So good. Now my son's not a salmon eater, but when I throw a sauce in it, he loves it. So we're going to do salmon, rice, and I'm just going to throw in broccoli. We got to have our greens. Then on Friday is what I call fast food Fridays, which is just simply a day of eating what you feel like you want to eat if you had like a quote unquote cheat day. So we're just going to do chicken wings and fries on that day. Saturday is leftovers because Saturday I primarily dedicate to doing my what I would call my deeper cleaning of the week. I don't want to cook. So whatever's left, that's your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, usually it's thrown out by the evening of Saturday or the morning of Sunday, and we start the process all over again. Sunday is Soul Food Sunday. I usually make dishes that I learned from my family and or some that I have, I guess, learned from friends as well. It is close to an annual event that my family used to host. Basically, my granddad, and he used to always make these chicken and noodles Not for this event, but this dish always reminds me of him. And when I feel like a sense of loneliness and or he's comes on my mind, and I know he'll be on my mind this weekend, I usually make this dish because when I make it, I hear him. When I eat it, it feel like he's sitting right there at the table with me. So now we need to determine what we need to make these dishes. So for the vegetable sheet pan, I use 2 sweet potatoes, 2 red potatoes. I use broccoli, and I use red onions. I do not buy produce in bulk. I buy them as needed. It's only me and my son. I do not like wasting food. Therefore, I buy as little as I can. Okay. As well as, like I said, that I put garbanzo beans in it and the quinoa. So I put that on the list because I will need those items. For the chicken burrito, of course, we need chicken. So I'm going to pick up a boneless chicken breast pack. And it's usually a family pack. And usually has 6 in it. 6 can get like 3 meals out of that. So I'm going to do that. I already have the sauce for it. I have the cheese for it. I have the dressing for it. We have the wraps, and I just need to pick up the chips. For the salmon, I do have the salmon, but I'm going to pick up the salmon. I usually buy the larger salmon from Aldi's, and I actually cut that up, and I can get at least 4 or 5 meals out of that for me and my son. And so since I'm going to be using the last of it to make this, I need to go ahead and purchase a new one and cut it up. So I have some. Definitely keep rice, the broccoli. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up 2 pounds of that. That'll go towards the actual vegetable dish as well as the salmon. We have chicken wings, so I don't have to add to that. We have fries, but I'm going to pick up some more just in case. Of course, we don't need to pick up anything from leftover. We just need to pick it up out of the refrigerator when it's time. For the chicken and noodles, we use chicken legs, so I do need to pick that up. I do need to pick up the egg noodles for that. I have everything else that I need to make this dish, so I'm good with that. Additionally, I need to pick up cilantro. Now, me and cilantro have a love-hate relationship. I love it, but I hate it because I'm not able to preserve it longer than a day. So I need to pick up some Old Bay, and that's because we'll be doing the seafood boil and catfish on that for the holiday. Additionally, for me, snacks wise, I need to pick up my tortilla chips and hummus. I already have popcorn, and additionally, I make my own granola, and I have enough to make some granola. I won't need to pick it up right now. I might put that on the list when it's time next week. We talked about needing to olive oil. I need to get some empty spray bottles. We have the hand soap. Go ahead and open up the refrigerator, Will. I need to pick up the hand soap, bleach, and home defense. Though I have separate budgets for my groceries and household, I still put them down on my list because I'm going into the stores that may house these items. So I definitely always place this information down, so I'm well aware of that. Well, I didn't invite you in, and now you're making all the noise. So this is how I stay within budget for groceries in my household. And definitely excuse all the extra noise. And if you can go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Some tips or tricks that you have for budgeting for groceries for your family. Even if you have a larger family, it still will be beneficial to me to know maybe if I buy something in a larger quantity, I won't have to buy it as much in smaller quantity. And if you can, go ahead and share this to your family, friends, and coworkers. Peace out.